In this year of 2025, the archaeological world has been shaken by discoveries that transcend conventional logic and challenge the frontiers of science. From millennia-forgotten pharaonic tombs to pre-Hispanic cities with sophisticated trade, these revelations are rewriting history and reimagining what we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. These are the 12 recent archaeological discoveries of 2025 that defy modern logic and science.
Now, a new analysis shows that the 6-ton iconic altar stone at the heart of Stonehenge originated from northeastern Scotland rather than southwest Wales.
Tomb of the healer Teti-Nibe-Fu. Archaeologists from a Franco-Swiss mission made an extraordinary discovery in January 2025 on the outskirts of Saqqara, Egypt. They unearthed the richly decorated tomb of Teti-Nibe-Fu, a court physician of ancient Egypt who lived approximately 4,100 years ago, possibly during the reign of Pipi II. He held rare titles: conjurer of the goddess Serket, director of medicinal plants, and chief dentist. The tomb, built in an underground oven, features vibrant paintings, vessel reliefs, and a painted false door, as well as a stone sarcophagus engraved with his name and titles. Although ancient looters removed artifacts and human remains, the quality of the decoration and the collection of titles offer an exceptional portrait of the medicine, magic, and rituals of the pharaonic elite. The team, led by Philippe Colombert, hopes to advance excavations to better understand the social and religious role of this royal healer, in a necropolis context already studied since 1963. First Roman Basilica in the City of London, United Kingdom. Archaeologists from the Museum of London Archaeology, MOLA, made an impressive discovery in February 2025 during excavations beneath 85 Gracechurch Street, in the heart of the City of London. They found the foundations of Londinium's first Roman basilica, built between 78 to 84 AD, located in the forum of the ancient Roman city. The giant structure, 10 meters long, 1 meter wide, and 4 meters deep, was erected from flint, ragstone, and Roman tiles, and included the prominent law court, a raised platform where magistrates convened. Sophie Jackson, MOLA's Director of Development, compared the site to the Speaker's Chair and the Chamber of the House of Commons 2,000 years in the future. The preservation is truly exceptional, especially when referred to as extraordinary by MOLA and Historic England. The developers, Hirchton Properties, plan to integrate this archaeological treasure into an underground public exhibition space within the future skyscraper. This center is expected to be completed between 2029 and 2030, reinforcing the narrative of how early Londinium was governed and why the original forum lasted only 20 years before a larger one emerged. Ornate Roman sarcophagus, Israel. Archaeologists from the Israel Antiquities Authority in April 2025 made a rare discovery on the outskirts of Caesarea, Israel. They unearthed a 1,700-year-old Roman marble sarcophagus, the first of its kind found in the region, as reported by Smithsonian and Archaeology magazine. The piece displays a detailed relief of a drinking contest between Dionysus, Bacchus, and Hercules, with Dionysus victorious and Hercules visibly intoxicated, surrounded by satyrs, maenads, panthers, and Hermes. Discovered in fragments under the sand, it was meticulously restored by the IAA team, who reassembled the intact relief of the largest face. As Nohar Shahar describes, it was like a movie scene when the last face emerged into the light. The significance is profound. Instead of a funerary lament, the sarcophagus celebrates the passage to the afterlife, portraying death as a festive rite. The piece was buried at a site far from Caesarea's walls, suggesting that the surroundings were culturally rich. It is now undergoing conservation, with plans for public presentation at the Eretz Israel Museum in Tel Aviv in June 2025. Exbatun Ceremonial Core, Mexico. Archaeologists from the National Institute of Anthropology and History, in collaboration with Spanish universities, revealed in January 2025 the ceremonial core of Ixbatun, an ancient Mayan city in the state of Yucatan, Mexico. Remote sensing and drone mapping identified about 35 to 40 main constructions within a walled perimeter, including palaces, temples, residential platforms, and a ball court, detailing occupation between 300 BC and 1000 AD. The complex shows sophisticated urban planning, with a pyramid about 17 meters high and ceremonial structures, as well as a central lake system. The name, "Place Where Water is Collected," reflects this vital relationship with water resources. The walled construction suggests an important political ceremonial center, possibly linked to the iconic nearby Izamal. Investigations begun in 2019 are progressing to direct excavations, with the aim of understanding the ritual, residential function, and social hierarchy of the site. Viking boat burial with woman and dog, Norway. Archaeologists from the Arctic University Museum of Norway, between March and May 2025, excavated an impressive Viking boat burial on the island of Senja, northern Norway. The tomb contains the remains of a high-status woman, dated between 900 to 950 AD, carefully laid in a 5.4-meter stitched boat, with a small dog placed at her feet. The burial includes 2 oval brooches with silver wire, indicating female belonging, as well as weaving tools such as a spindle, a whalebone weaving sword, in addition to amulets, pebbles, and a whetstone. The careful arrangement, the boat, the woman, and the dog, reflects deep emotional bonds and community prestige. Anya Roth-Niemi commented that the dog appeared to have been placed with great care. The context suggests that this lady was possibly the wife of a local leader. Future DNA and dietary isotope analysis promises to unravel more about her origin, health, social role, and relationship with animals in the Viking period. Avar Cemetery with log coffins, Hungary. Archaeologists from the Hungarian National Museum and the Tatabánya Museum in April 2025 identified a vast Avar cemetery on the outskirts of Tatabánya, Hungary. Discovered through satellite imagery and drones, the site reveals up to 1,000 rectangular graves with log coffins dated between the 6th and 9th centuries AD. Preliminary excavations in 2 graves confirmed the presence of these wooden coffins, despite signs of ancient looting. The investigation is part of the Cemeteries from Space program, which combines aerial archaeology and field investigations. This is the project's 3rd major discovery. Despite the disturbance, bone fragments, burn marks under the lids, and orientation patterns, west-east, provided clues about the funerary rituals. As one of the largest Avar cemeteries found in the Carpathian Basin, the site promises to offer an in-depth portrait of Avar life, death, and social hierarchy during the migration period. Roman Villa Complex in Auxerre, France. Archaeologists from INRAP in June 2025 revealed near Auxerre what is now considered one of the largest Roman villas in Gaul. Located in Saint-Anitas, the complex extends over 4,000 to 4,300 square meters with about 10 rooms, ornamental gardens, a fountain, a swimming pool, and a hippocaust heating system. Although part of it had already been identified in 1966, recent excavations revealed that the initial building was only one of the secondary wings. The center consists of a square garden with pergolas, reception rooms, agricultural areas, and private baths with lush mosaics and sophisticated hydraulics. Archaeologists consider it more than a simple rural residence. It was an agricultural and residential hub belonging to the political and economic elite of ancient Otessiodurum. The site will be open to the public during the European Archaeology Days on June 15th, and future analyses of ceramics and organic remains should allow for the reconstruction of daily life in this vast Roman domain. Pre-Hispanic city Peñico, Peru. Archaeologists from the Ministry of Culture of Peru, led by Ruth Shady, revealed in July 2025 the ancient city of Peñico in the northern province of Barranca. Founded between 1800 to 1500 BC, during the decline of the Corral civilization, the site flourished as a very important commercial center, connecting the Pacific coast, the Andes, and the Amazon rainforest. After 8 years of drone research and manual excavation, 18 structures were identified: ceremonial temples, residential complexes, and a main circular plaza with walls adorned with pututus reliefs, conch trumpets used in rituals. Among the findings are ceramic sculptures, bead and shell necklaces, and stone tools related to trade. Its location at 600 meters altitude on mountain terraces reinforces its strategic role and demonstrates advanced knowledge of hydraulic engineering and urban planning. Penico opened to the public on July 12th with a traditional Reimi ceremony and is expected to become an essential educational and tourist center for understanding the post-Corral transition. Large private thermal complex, Italy. Archaeologists from the Archaeological Park of Pompeii in January 2025 excavated one of the largest private thermal complexes ever discovered in Pompeii in Regio 9, Insula 10. Built about 2,000 years ago within a domus belonging to the elite, with capacity for about 30 people. The space included a calidarium, tepidarium, frigidarium, and an apoditarium, all decorated with exuberant mosaics and frescoes of mythological scenes. Gabriel Zuchtriegel described it as perhaps the largest thermal complex in a Pompeian domus, and a stage for the elite to display wealth, promote political careers, and host festive banquets. In addition to the baths, a banquet hall was found with frescoes from the Trojan War cycle, including Helen and Paris, underlining a culturally sophisticated atmosphere. The innovative excavation technique allowed for the preservation of the original colonnade. This finding transforms the understanding of daily life and civic ritual of Pompeian citizens, and adds a relevant chapter to studies of private urbanism in the Roman world. Grand frieze in the House of the Thiassos, Italy. Archaeologists from the Archaeological Park of Pompeii in February 2025 revealed an extraordinary megalographic frieze in a banquet hall of the House of the Thiassos in Pompeii. This 1st century BC fresco occupies 3 walls and depicts a Dionysian procession of nearly life-size figures, hunting bacchantes, satyrs playing flutes, youths sacrificing wine, and an initiated woman with a torch, accompanied by Silenus, a mystery ritual of initiation into the cult of Dionysus. Sculpted in Pompeian second style, it dates from 40 to 30 BC, being cryptically intact when Vesuvius buried it in 79 AD. It is similar to the frieze of the Villa of the Mysteries, but with the unprecedented addition of hunting scenes. Deer, wild boars, chickens, fish, and crustaceans adorn the upper band. Alessandro Giuli, Minister of Culture, described it as historic and highlighted its unique value for understanding Dionysian mysteries in the ancient Mediterranean. The site has already been opened for guided tours, integrating into the ambitious conservation plan underway since 2023, Iron Horse Hose on gold miners, Egypt. Archaeologists from the French mission in Goza, in the eastern desert of Egypt, announced in March 2025 the discovery of 2 sets of iron horseshoes on the remains of an ancient Ptolemaic mining complex, in use between 250 to 200 BC. Found in a warehouse where tools, slag, and ostraca were also identified, the horseshoes, formed by 7 and 4 interconnected rings, constitute ankle shackles that restricted the mobility of the miners. Although evidence shows that part of the workforce was well paid, the horseshoes reveal that another group was forced to work in chains. These physical restraints made escape difficult with slow and exhausting strides, and correspond to ancient accounts of prisoners, criminals, or slaves in the mines under Ptolemy III. The discovery provides tangible archaeological evidence of forced labor in Ptolemaic mines, with clear technical parallels to silver mines in Laurion, Greece. Investigations continue and promise to deepen the debate about differences in the social composition and working conditions of this ancient industrial complex. Tomb of Thutmose II, Egypt. Archaeologists from a joint Egyptian and British mission, led by Piers Litherland, announced in February 2025 the discovery of the long-lost tomb of Thutmose II, pharaoh of the 18th dynasty, near the western valleys of Luxor in Wadi Gabanat, El Khurud, Egypt. The rock-cut tomb, designated Wadi C4, has been excavated since 2022. In 2025, inscriptions on alabaster vessels with the names of Thutmose, II and his wife Hatshepsut were confirmed. The first intact funerary furniture of this king, discovered since 1922 with Tutankhamun. The structure exhibits a corridor with stairs descending to chambers decorated with excerpts from the Book of Amduat, a blue-yellow starry ceiling, and partially preserved floors. The tomb was empty. The body and royal goods had been removed after flooding about 6 years after burial, a trend proven by inscriptions and fragments found. The discovery represents the first royal tomb of the New Kingdom, found in over a century. Anne Litherland described the moment as an emotional whirlwind upon seeing the starry ceiling. Investigations continue searching for a second tomb that may contain the original remains and other artifacts, which could revolutionize the understanding of royal burials in ancient Egypt. Subscribe now and hit the bell to not miss anything. Fascinating discoveries await you in every video. Thanks for the support. See you soon.